You don't even like your grandpa. Why are you there?
My mom said I needed to see him at the hospital, okay? Can you please get off my back?
I can't believe you. Right now?
Listen, it's noon right now. Your interview is in 2 hours. I don't even know if my grandpa has that much time.
Fine. Go see your grandpa.
Hey, I love you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Excuse me. Sounds like this might be a bad time, but, any chance you got a smoke for a blind old man?
Yeah.
Thanks. You know, these damn doctors. You lose your sight after a life of alcoholism and drug use, and all of a sudden, it's a crime to enjoy a smoke during your last days at the ER. You know, it's
Hey,
funny,
don't, sir!
Thanks for telling him I'm one of your old dead grandfather's friends, kid. They had no problem with us sharing a smoke after that. Ha ha!
Yeah, well, when your grandpa dies, you get a lot of special treatment. Sometimes.
I'm sorry it's got you down. Shit happens, I'm afraid. My condolences, nonetheless.
It's not really that. I barely knew him. I kind of just came here to get a break from a couple things for a while. It's sort of sad. It's not like he meant nothing to me, but it almost feels that way. Even if I knew him, it wouldn't have changed anything. I'd still be here, sitting next to you.
Oh, Christ! Don't tell me this is an L&M. No boy smokes a smoke and a toke's a toke, you know? So, what is it then? If it's not your grandfather's death, pretty girl got you down?
I mean, it's just that...
Or a pretty boy. Ha! I was young once too, you know.
No, it's a girl.
Oh, all right. So this girl, don't love her anymore?
No, I definitely love her.
Does she love you?
Yeah. I mean, as much as she can.
Afraid she's too pretty for you.
No. Well, I mean a little.
Well, don't worry, kid. I think you look gorgeous. Listen, kid, you're probably pretty low right now. So let me tell you a story about when I was as low as you. Her name was Louise. The year was 1973. We started out as drinking buddies in college and became something more. We were so in love that we made Romeo and Juliet kill themselves out of spite. She cooked food that could have ended wars. It was so good. I was a dentist, and she owned a gardening shop. We didn't have a lot, but we had each other. I was as happy as I could ever be.
This doesn't sound anything like my situation.
She died in 1982. Got hit by a Ford truck on the way to church. Yeah, that was just the beginning. That's when I became the lowest of the low.
Oh.
Can I continue?
Yeah, totally, man.
Somewhere in the haze of my years of self-pity and aimless wandering, I stumbled into a bar in New York. The whiskey eventually convinced me that the bar tab was my rent, so I stayed there a lot. Until one day, I got kicked out for a few late payments. Then my body decided to follow suit and evict me once it wasn't getting its daily salary of alcohol, and, well, I was practically done. I was completely alone. Until she was majestic. It only took a month for the sickness to leave, but it took me 3 months to leave that hospital. That woman haunted my every moment. I had to talk to her, so when she would hand me my lunch, I'd test my new pickup lines. She didn't like all of them. After I left the hospital, we stayed in contact. Turns out she liked my jokes more than I thought, and, well, skip ahead, maybe 10 years, and we were living in a house, married, with 3 cats, all named after presidents. What the hell, right? Ha!
I still don't see how this applies to me.
Well, we got a divorce.
A divorce? Why?
Because love is complicated, and everything is situational. People aren't bad or good, kid. People are just trouble. And if people can't understand your troubles, then they can't understand you. My trouble was that I still missed my old wife. She was stuck in my mind like a radio hit that no one else knew the words to. So I kept drinking. We had torn each other up pretty bad by the end of it. I didn't marry after that. I went back to being a dentist. Till my eyesight went. Her future wasn't as lucky. She was diagnosed with cancer and died a few years later, so I never really got to make it up to her. It's not that I didn't love her, kid. I still think about it. Sometimes I think of what I would say if I met her again. Maybe tell her how she made me smile when we were together, how she would always smell like pine cones from her menthol cigarettes when we were on the town. Ask her if she still thinks wishes can come true from throwing coins in a fountain. And if we had another chance, maybe I could have been better to her, but that time is over now. Thanks for the smoke, kid. I know I'm blind, but even I can see that your troubles are far from over. So, do something good for yourself, or else you'll be talking to some sad kid on the side of the road one day, telling him all the things someone told you. Helen Ames. Ha!
Where are you?